The next concept that's very important in MMA is understanding what a force array is. Now, a force array is several different things. If you're on the defense, you're trying to put as many defensive ideas that you can in between you and your opponent. So it can be slipping, footwork, dodging, ducking. There's a certain order of things that you want to do. On the offense, which we're going to be dealing with a lot of, is when you are doing something, you want to do the easiest, most effective way to do it first. So if I'm doing, let's say, a takedown, I want to try to lock my hands under the butt as much as I can, because this is the easiest way in MMA to take somebody down. If that doesn't work, then I can go into a single, or move up into throws, or whatever I need to do as a secondary. But my primary technique should always be the easiest and most effective with the lowest risk. Now, if that gets countered, you then put in a next step. If that gets countered, then you put in a next step. But having those steps are what a force array is about. You want to go for the most effective thing first, and then you can backtrack through there. Same thing defensively. I want to be able to have a good defense. If they get a good takedown on me, then my guard needs to be exceptionally well. If they pass my guard, my half guard or whatever needs to be accepted. But in order to beat me, you're going to have to work through a ton of stuff. You can't just go from A to Z. I'm trying to put barriers and blocks in between each and every one of those letters from A to Z. Same thing here on the offense. I want to go to Z if I can. If they can't go to Z, then they can pull me back to X, to Y, whatever. So that's very important to understand that a force array has many steps. The more steps you can put in between you and defeat, that's great. The more steps that you can take away between you and victory, that's great as well. So understanding that I want to put everything that I do into a force array is very, very important. So that you're not just throwing a random technique. I'm not looking at Kayla and going, I'm going to try a hammer fist to the top of the head and then a low single. You have to have a reason. What's the easiest, fastest way to get somebody down? You do that. If they counter that, then, especially referencing our other videos, like Gemini Twins or the Horns of a Dilemma, you can start putting things together, and we'll be working on that shortly. But you have to understand the concept. A force array is very important. How many steps do you have between yourself and defeat? And how many moves do you know are the highest percentage that you want to go through first? That's a question to ask yourself before training and definitely before you